Good morning, friends. Who better to talk Giants with than a Patriot and a former Giant?
Top of the morning to you.
4 straight years, no playoffs for the Giants. 6 out of the last 7 years, they have missed the playoffs. So Tom Coughlin loses his job. Ben McAdoo gets promoted to head coach. They spent $200 million to bring in free agents on the defensive side of the ball. Where do you feel like they fit in this NFC East this year, Shaun?
Yeah, Helly, they made it rain on defense. You know, I think the one thing that got overlooked last year because they lost 5 games within 2 minutes ago, the defense was atrocious, but the scoring offense, I mean, that's the reason why Ben McAdoo became the head coach, because their ability to score points, his ability to get creative with Odell Beckham. You know, we saw Odell Beckham in the backfield as a running back. We saw him moving him around all over the field, and teams couldn't stop Odell even though they were trying to. So the reason why he's the head coach right now is because of what he did on offense with Eli, with Odell Beckham, and really they did it all without a Victor Cruz. There really was no number 2 guy on offense as far as receivers. So I think this might be the most dangerous offense in the NFC East. I know that Dallas has a strong offensive line and a good run game, but when you look at Victor Cruz coming back healthy and Sterling Shepard, this young kid that they drafted.
People love that rookie receiver.
Yeah. I tell you, those 3 guys, and in this offense, it's going to be really hard for defenses to try to stop Eli.
And you talk about the offense, and they are explosive on offense, and they can score a lot of points and generate a lot of points, but we saw too many shootouts. We saw this defense. I think that's what the big question was. Total yards, they were last.
They couldn't stop a nosebleed.
Passes per game, they were last. Points, they're at the bottom of the league. They couldn't really stop anybody up front. They didn't control the trenches. Most explosive plays, they're at the top of the league of giving up that many points, and then also with points. So when you look at this offseason and all the acquisitions in the draft, it was kind of dictated by the defensive side of the ball. And I think Jerry Reese did a good job of bringing players in to help fortify that. But when I think about the old Giants that you played on, you guys controlled the trenches up front, and it made it easy for the secondary and the linebackers to play. We need to see more of that. And I guess bringing those free agents in, Olivia Vernon, Damon Harris from the Jets, guys like that, they're trying to fortify, and hopefully a healthy JPP can hopefully fortify and get that defense back on track. Because I don't care how many points you score, if you can't stop anybody, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, Snacks Harrison certainly going to make that defensive line stronger. JPP could be an entirely different player since he's not going to be wearing the club this year.
You know, for him, I think JPP is going to just be able to play ball. You know, and I think last year he was so consumed with the club and
you
the
can't
hand.
play. I played with a hand that was bandaged. You can't.
Yeah,
there's no way you can be effective on a consistent basis with something that big surrounding your entire hand. I could see a couple of fingers, but not your entire hand. There's no way.
We saw it happen to J.J. Watt. He broke his hand, and he had to wear a club for a couple of games, and it totally changes who you are as a player. So Jason Pierre-Paul, he's going to be much better. He's going to be much more impactful. And I think now you pair him up with Olivia Vernon. Those 2 guys, those are 2 good bookends. And I think Janoris Jenkins is a stud. And I think bringing him in, you have him with Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie on the outside, that's going to allow Steve Spagnuolo to be a lot more aggressive than he was last year.
And Damon Harris in the middle is a stud.
Yeah, Snacks. Certainly a lot of pieces on the defensive side of the ball. We're going to be able to find out right away if it's going to make a difference. They open up against the Cowboys in Dallas the first week of the season.